Welcome to Hippie Chick Chats, Monday Mindfulness Edition, where we will slow things down and start our week together with a quick chat on ways we can be intentional in caring for our minds, bodies, families, surroundings, and anything else that may come up. As always, I'm your host, Kristen, and if there's something you'd like to chat about, you can find me on Instagram at hippiekristen or email the podcast at hippiechickchats@gmail.com. So yeah, let's chat about ways we can be mindful in this week ahead. Today, I'd like to chat about breathing, and that sounds silly because it's something that we all do, we all have to do, and we all do naturally. But intentionally breathing and mindfully breathing is an amazing way to regulate and care for ourselves. It's something that is so simple and free and doesn't take a lot of time. That has been really huge for me, very transformative in everything about my life now that I am, and I'm still learning, but as I practice this, it has been, I just see such a difference in the way I'm able to handle situations, because as mindful as we are and all the things that we do in our lives to care for ourselves, it doesn't mean that everything's going to magically be rainbows and sunshines. We're still going to have these hard moments. But the way that I've been able to get through those hard moments and help myself through them has just been, I just feel so proud of myself. And that's why I want to have these days that we kind of just talk about ways and things that we can be mindful about, and especially just to start your week. And there'll be different things each week, and I'll have guests that I'll share and different things. It's not always going to be about techniques or anything like that, but just anything that we can be mindful of as we start our day or start our week. So I hope that you can get something from this. But this is, the first Mindfulness Monday, and I just want to keep it simple and basic, and maybe in full episodes we'll go into all the deep stuff about it and how it's working in my life, what I'm doing to be mindful, and how I'm kind of using these tools or techniques or whatever it is that we're talking about, and kind of go more in depth. But on these days, I kind of just want to keep it under 10 minutes and just talk about simple things that we can do and just something to think about. So this week, like I said, I want to talk about breathing. And it seems, we're always told, like, just take a deep breath, you've got this, just breathe to calm down, or it sounds easy, and we can do that, and we might just take a deep breath and get through it. But I think it's more important to really teach our bodies to do this when we're in this state of calm, not just when we're panicked or something's wrong and someone tells us to take a deep breath and calm down. That can be helpful. But if we teach our bodies to do this when we're already calm and we're intentionally doing this, it will allow our bodies to be able to naturally do it whenever we need. And that's what I've been finding. And again, that's something that I can talk about in a full episode. But today, we're going to talk about the actual act of mindfully breathing. And there are probably many ways that you can do this, different techniques. I won't say that there's not a wrong way, because I'm sure there is. So I'll just leave it at, this is how I've personally been teaching myself and what I've been doing. It seems to be working for me, and so I just wanted to share that with you guys. So when you take your breath in, of course, it's going to be best that you breathe in through your nose. That's how you're going to actually breathe in all the good stuff. And so I like to, at least my first intentional breaths in the morning, I like to close my eyes and take a deep breath. I like to visualize in some way, either inhaling like goodness and light, and like you could get as woo and weird as you want with it, or you can not, and you can just simply breathe in, and you're going to want to let your belly expand. We see animals and babies and their bellies are moving, and that is the most natural and healthy way to breathe. And I think that, at least for me personally, I know with all the other background stuff, which again would be more in a full episode, but kind of conditioned to always like be sucked in. So I find myself I already have had an issue in the past of like forgetting to breathe, and that sounds wild, but it's true. And I think it comes from this thing of always trying to keep my stomach sucked in. And so throughout the day, like just realizing that I'm not even realize I'm doing that, and then just like let out and just breathe, and you just feel so much better. So anyway, yes, when you're breathing, you want to let your belly expand. Breathe it all in through your nose slowly, and take a second to count. See how long it takes you to take that breath. For me, it's usually about 4 to 5 seconds or counts. And but whatever it is for you, you want to find your own natural rhythm. But as long as it's a slow, deep breath, let your belly expand, breathe in through your nose, and hold it for a moment. And then you're going to breathe out double the amount of time that you breathed in. So if it took me 4 seconds to breathe in, I'm going to take a second and then breathe out for 8. And that's it. It should just take you a few minutes. I do this in the morning and before bed, and a few times during the day if needed. Sometimes I'm in a place that I don't really need to practice it during the day. If something comes up, of course I do, but usually my body is now just kind of doing it on its own, and that's why I want to share, because that's when I realized like, oh, this has really been helpful, is that those times that I see that I would have totally been panicked or stressed or just in a place that my heart's racing or my thoughts are going a million miles an hour or whatever, and just a situation that I know that I normally would have been really difficult to calm myself in, and now my body is just doing it automatically, like, okay, she's not in danger, we know that, we can do this, and just kind of telling myself, or my brain telling me like, hey, we've got this, we know how to handle this. And that's what's been huge. So I know it's silly to be doing a podcast episode about breathing as if people don't know how to do that, but just learning to be mindful about this and doing this practice when you're in a calm state. And I think that's been the most important part for me, is doing this when I'm already calm, because when you're in that heightened situation, it's going to be hard for you to think about it and remember what's helpful and what's good to do. So practicing it in the morning or the evening when things are calm, one, it'll help you in that moment to be able to like start your day or go to bed or whatever. But like I said, it's going to teach your body to be able to do it naturally or instinctively whenever you're needing it. So these Monday mindfulness episodes, I just want to have a short little under 10-minute episode just to talk about something that we can be mindful of, something that's been helping me. And I hope that you'll take it with you into the week and practice it and see if it helps you as it has me. And I can't wait to connect with you on it and hear your thoughts. And I hope that you have a peaceful, great week. I'll chat with you on Thursday. Bye.